reacting to a major toxic train derailment like that one just over the Pennsylvania line in Ohio earlier this year is a nightmare for first responders. Today, some local responders met with Norfolk Southern to help prepare. Andre Thomas Jr. joins us from the newsroom. Andre.
Alicia, the derailment in Ohio showed how important it is for first responders to be ready in case disaster strikes. As Norfolk Southern keeps working to rebuild trust, it also is working to prepare emergency workers for the worst.
This is a real good way to get into the weeds with Norfolk Southern and actual train operators to work on their communications and what their safety protocols are, and it helps us to understand what they expect from us and vice versa.
Because if something goes wrong on a railroad, like it did when Norfolk Southern train derailed along the Ohio-Pennsylvania line earlier this year, there's no margin for error. Norfolk Southern has learned that lesson the hard way over the past 6 months and says it's doing everything it can to prevent another disaster.
It's our outreach program to make sure that we're staying connected and in touch with the first responders around our network. It's really important for firefighters to know how to get in touch with us and just understand those fundamental parts of the railroad, because it's not something that happens every day.
Organizers say the training builds on what first responders are already trained to do.
So it's not necessarily a new training or new information. It's how do you take your normal response and apply that to the railroad? How do you be safe around trains? How do you know that the train is safe to approach?
Even more importantly, because train derailments aren't all that rare.
Most of them are super minor. A lot of them happen stay on our property even, and don't even require a response from first responders.
Especially in Harrisburg, which sees a ton of train traffic.
Pennsylvania, we have a lot of railroads and rail yards, so it's real important, I think, for people to be prepared for those emergencies.
Norfolk Southern is making this training available in 22 different states where the railroad operates, and there is no cost to the first responders. In the newsroom, Andre Thomas Jr., ABC 27 News.